Voel and Wiffy have just stepped out through the corridor, heading up to the cockpit to try and locate some Yugua settlement to try and see what they can do to help Ark in his condition. While you're here in the room, you begin to smell the scent of like burning plastic coming from the room.
Okay, well, I guess I have no reason to expect there to be that, scent of burning plastic usually. So this may be a cause for alarm, and Ark is stable at the moment. I know I can't do anything else for him.
Yep, Ark's stable. The table underneath him is probably not.
No, I mean, it's on the floor now, so he's not going any further. So I'm not too concerned about that. I would say I'd be trying to place the source of the scent, probably checking in on Albin, because that was my, obviously, most pressing concern up until this, medical emergency. So yeah, following the scent, checking if it's in the, the operating theater or whatever I call it, my office. I don't know where we landed on that, but yes.
Yeah, I think we said it was your office in the back. Cool. Let's get a dice roll out of it. What kind of skill do you think you want to be using in this situation?
I would say maybe a study roll, I guess.
Yeah, I think that sounds about right.
Yeah, I think that's probably the way to go.
Yeah, all good. Let's go. Let's make this a risky roll because burning is not necessarily something that should be happening in this space.
Yeah.
And we're going to give you... You know the space. This is your area. Let's give you greater effect on the roll.
Cool, yeah.
So how many dice do you have in study?
I've only got the one.
And do you want to try and add something to it?
Yes.
Don't forget, you can push yourself if you wanted to. Take the stress.
I probably will push myself.
Yeah, we're at the start of our downtime period. You can still use your ability to reduce stress afterwards. There's unfortunately no gambits at the moment to add to the roll, but if you want to do the 2 dice,
I will push myself to get a second die.
Alright, so take 2 stress and give me a dice roll.
3. 3 is my highest.
3 is your highest. Okay, cool. Doesn't necessarily mean a failure.
You can call me a failure. I can take it. I know what this is.
Sure thing.
Alright.
In this space, as you're searching for where this smell is emanating, besides the obsidian cube artifact that we've gained, do you have any other artifacts stored here in the science bay?
Yes.
And do you have any the crew don't know about?
Oh, that's a good question. I definitely have more than just the cube, I would say. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that I definitely have at least one from before my travels with the Coyfish. As for whether or not Algernon keep it a secret, or, I mean, maybe more accurately, he probably just didn't find it relevant to tell anyone else. But yeah, let's say yes. Let's say that there is there is one that others do not know about. There is one that I keep in here, or in the in the science bay, because it does have the vault, right?
Sure. Yeah, it's got science bay has the storage containment for these things. So what is it? Give me a rough idea of like what it is or what you think it might do.
Okay. Give me a second. Let me just think. I'm thinking.
That's it. Improvise on the spot. Let's go.
Yeah. All right. So I think it's a shard. It's a shard with like a groove running along from the sharp end to what looks like a little divot in the thicker end of it. I guess maybe all these artifacts kind of like share very similar properties in terms of the stuff that they're made of, that obsidian looking, glass, maybe not.
Yeah.
But this is a shard of some like weird, otherworldly stone, and from what I've been able to gather is that it is kind of like, it has a property of like quantum entanglement with DNA. I've been able to study it. If something biological is cut with this shard, it kind of like has the little groove that runs its blood down to this little divot, and I will say that it kind of acts as a compass, entangles with that DNA and acts as a compass to that biological being's DNA. I've not fully tested the range on this thing, but I feel like I have not found the range. Like last time I checked, it worked pretty much theoretically infinitely.
Cool. Have you tried it on anyone since obtaining it?
No. Sorry. Like I've done some testing on it. I think it may be still pointing to like my last test subject, but it was, someone relatively unimportant that may have volunteered their time. So it might just be pointing to some random civilian at a planet that I was, holed up in for a few months.
Cool.
So let's say yes.
Yeah, makes sense. So as you're looking over the artifacts, making sure it's not them that's the issue, you begin to see the containment fields that hold onto them start to like flicker and dim. And as you continue to look around, I think you find on the floor there's a broken floor plate. It just has a bunch of bath salts kind of scatting across it, and there is now a little smoke trail rising up from that floor plate. Do you investigate the floor plate?
Yes, I will. I mean, it looks like some sort of sabotage, I would say. So yes, definitely investigating the floor plate.
Sabotage!
So brushing aside the bath salts that are on top, or the smelling salts that are on top, you lift it up, and inside is a very important module that you probably know about. It's the Stasis Containment module. And it is currently got little sparks and smoke coming out of it, and you see it's covered in a small layer of these smelling salts. From your technical expertise, you think the salts are affecting and damaging this module.
Oh no.
Okay.
From the other side of the ship, you hear, whoops.
And this is, okay, so this is the fucking, right, these are the smelling salts that he tried to use to help wake him up. Yeah, okay,
I tried to hold... that I tried to hold under the bear's nose, and then my bruise impeded me to the point where I threw them on the floor.
This bruise is proven to be like our arch nemesis. Like, it is undoing everything.
I like how Voel gets a bruise and it's nearly killing us. Like, well, no, I'm out cold.
Coyfish going to explode clock starts. Got 3 segments.
How do you want to handle this? Do you want to remove the module to get it out of harm's way? Do you just want to leave it and let it do its thing? Where do you want to go with this?
The module being...
It's kind of like the shape of a computer motherboard. So it's an electronic piece that's got some cables plugged into it, and its whole purpose is to oscillate the frequencies on the containment fields for all of the artifacts that you have here. Entire 2 artifacts.
Right. The 2 artifacts that we have.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, it's not going to be doing much good if it's going to continuously get damaged by these bath salts, right? So I'm going to take the module out because it needs to be repaired, yes?
Correct. As you remove the module, unplug the various cables, the containment units for each of your artifacts drop. Now, mechanically, what has happened here, and if you want to rewind your memories back to our last character advancement session, Voel, do you want to remind everyone what entanglement you rolled for the crew?
I will be happy to do that once you remind me what entanglement I rolled for the crew.
It was a damaged ship, so ship damage.
I think I rolled ship damage as the entanglement.
Why, I think you did.
Yeah.
Oh no!
So, the bath salts damaging this module has introduced that entanglement for you. So any benefits mechanical you would get from the science bay are not in effect anymore until you can repair the science bay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that after taking out the module, noticing that obviously the shielding is now down, I'm going to put a permanent lock on that office until we can get it repaired. I would say that at the very least, the walls are lined for some sort of organic protection, not lead, but something similar.
Can I just confirm, have you just locked me in?
No, in my office portion of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you locked me into the science base, like no one's allowed in here now.
And actually probably for safety as well, I will probably still have to move Ark, and if I did have any other patients in that area, I'm probably going to move them away from the office. Probably move them into, I don't know, but we've got crew quarters, right? So probably moving them into their crew quarters.
We do have recorders, but before we get to that, let me just remind you what your benefits are from the science base. So from the book and the rulebook, it's a laboratory that's used to analyze anomalies and precursor artifacts. It includes the secure storage for things that may react oddly with the rest of the ship or physics.
Yes.
So even with all this lockdown, these artifacts are now going to start affecting what happens on the ship.
Yes, that is correct. That being said, my crew likes to touch shit they're not meant to, so I'm at least trying to prevent that from happening. I know that we still need to get this shit fixed, and we're still going to suffer some ramifications of this.
It's like the button is pushed at all times.
Oh yeah.
Hooray!
Why do we stock bath salts or smelling salts that are going to completely fuck with our circuitry? Whose idea was this?
Yours, you're the doctor.
Yeah,
I
right.
took it from you.
I learned it from watching you.
I haven't had a bath in years.
Oh, you are the bath salts.
And I thought they were crusty.
Ugh.
Okay, so I'm starting a clock here. It's a 6-segment clock I've just called Ship Artifacts. Every time it fills, it will reset, and a new effect will get applied to the ship.
Oh no.
And the first thing that happens, as the containment fields drop, there is a pulse of energy that kind of just expands through the entire ship. Algernon, as you're holding on to this module unit, you start to feel weightless, and you are now floating in the middle of your science bay, looking around. All your equipment, Arc, I believe Albin was actually tied down, so he's going to be unaffected. Everything begins to float.
Oh yeah, I gotta move Albin out too. I forgot about
He's
that.
also unarmed.
So I'm assuming this is before I get to moving people out.
Correct,
because
yes, this is
I'm not
happening in the
leaving.
moment.
Yeah, cool.
Voel, as you're running down the hallway, you feel that as you take each step, you're gaining less and less traction, and you are now beginning to float. You and Wiffy in the middle of the hallway. Everywhere across the ship is now affected by having no gravity.
Actually reminds me quite fondly of home, where the gravity from my home planet is actually significantly lower than here. And my feathers come to great use as they kind of instinctively splay out, and I kind of start almost flying through the zero gravity ship.
You turn around and see in the hallway that Wiffy is just kind of like flailing about in the moment as well. He's not quite used to having no gravity. How are you going to try and get down to the cockpit with Wiffy?
Yeah, with Wiffy is a lot more difficult. Do we have contingencies on? Have we got contingencies on the ship for situations like this? Given, do we have a gravity module that has been affected by this, or like, would we otherwise have gravity on the ship in space?
Yes, you definitely have artificial gravity on the ship.
Yeah, I think maybe you'd have to turn it up to counteract what's going on here.
Well, I mean, we'd have to figure out why. Like, has it screwed with the artificial gravity system, or do we just not have it on?
No,
Is the actual
I
artificial
assume it's
gravity module still going or not?
I would assume that it is not fucking with that module. I think it is applying its own force of like in the other direction.
Well, you know what they say about assuming.
You're gonna drop bath salts and destroy
Assuming
it
as a
again?
player, but as a character, I would know this. I would say so. Like whether or not that's true, it depends on what Xeno says.
As a
but
character,
as a
Algernon
character.
probably knows something's happening from the artifacts that's affecting the ship.
Regardless, I'd assume that we'd have some kind of like contingencies bars to like navigate in case our artificial gravity were to stop working whilst in space.
Potentially, you tell me.
Well, of course we would. It's my ship, and I'm not an idiot. It's my baby, and I know my baby's kitted out perfectly for every possible contingency. I am going to glide down to the big teddy bear who's struggling. I'm not really struggling. This is great for me, actually. It's easier for me than having gravity. Honestly, the gravity is only a thing for the others because they can't navigate as easily as I can. Once he stops flailing around like a lunatic so he doesn't punch me in the face, I kind of grab and guide him towards one of the walls. And like, at this point, I don't know if he understands me completely, but I think he does. So I'm like, grab onto these and use these to pull yourself along. That's what they're there for. And we'll figure out the gravity later. We need to get to the cockpit, and you need to show me where the hell we're going.
Whippy reaches out a hand, grabs onto it. They're just handlebars? What are they holding onto?
They're like these little square bars connected to the hull of the ship along the walls that you use to grab and pull yourself forward. Very similar to what they have on the ISS.
Cool. Wiffy goes, oh, grabs on and
I'll take that as yes.
Pulling himself up towards where the cockpit is.
Yeah.
You probably don't know this is the artifacts that are doing it. You just know at this point that you've run down here and gravity has just switched off.
Secondary problem in my mind. It's just the gravity. I'm sure something silly's just happened to the module and we just got to turn that. Wait, actually, no, we're planet side at the moment, aren't we?
You're currently in orbit.
In orbit.
Which would have a slight amount of gravity as well.
Yeah.
From where you are.
Yeah, at this point, I'm just assuming something stupid's happened to the gravity module. It's just a whatever thing. Priority right now is the dying teddy bear.
Okay.
Like, we can deal with that later. Whatever the problem is, we can figure it out. Right now, we need to get going.
Mm-hmm.
And I would also have the grav controls in the cockpit anyway to confirm if it is the gravity module screwing up.
Sure thing. The both of you float up into the cockpits. So first thing, checking gravity modules. What are you doing?
First thing, we're going to get there, waiting for him to get situated. I'm going to look at the gravity modules to turn them on, because clearly someone's just messed with it, or they've turned off, or they've reset somehow.
Alright, so looking at the display, gravity modules are working as normal, in intended ranges.
I'm going to reach out to Algernon with a communicator.
Algernon, what is going on? Our gravity modules are on, and yet we're floating around like we're in deep space. Did you do something?
Did I do something? No.
Well, it wasn't me, and it sure as hell... Is it the teddy bear? Is it Ark? Is he doing something? Is this some of his way rubbish?
Naturally, the blame falls on both of you equally.
What did I do?
My unconscious body scoffs.
I grab a fistful of the smelling salts that I picked up from where the damage was, and I just throw it in his face to make a point.
You're in different areas, so are you trying to go up to him to do this?
Yeah, he's taking 4 minutes out of the conversation.
Please hold. Yeah, sorry, I actually missed that part.
He's like, wait a second, walks over, throws it at me, goes back, and then opens up the communication line again.
So wait, do we have screens, or is it just over the communicator?
This is just over the communicator. I was reaching out.
Okay, fine. Well, then, for dramatic effect, I cannot do that, unfortunately. we can edit this to make me sound smart, right?
There's only so much editing can do.
I do say what I said initially, but without the throwing of the pocket sand. Saying,
between your smelling salts and our patience, penchant for crashing into everything in my goddamn office, the artifacts that we have, they are no longer contained. I believe this is the effects of the cube artifact that we had in storage.
Do you know how we can stop it? Because, big fella here is struggling.
And you hear in the background...
Oh god, and the other guys are probably screwed as well. They're used to real heavy gravity. They're probably freaking the fuck out. They're probably freaking right out.
I grab a nearby clipboard and a pencil, and I say,
Voel, you're quite familiar with this sort of lack of gravity. Are you able to make it to the artificial gravity controls?
I mean, yeah, I've got them in the cockpit in front of me.
Excellent. Give me a moment.
and I'm just kind of writing down some math, I guess, to try and figure out the right either change in gravity or change of rate in gravity or something like that, and say,
if you input these parameters, they should at least be suitable for the next hour. Unfortunately, the rate of change with these artifacts are imprecise and hard to predict.
And I just say over the communicator what kind of parameters he needs to put in to the artificial gravity.
As Algernon's having this conversation with Voel, Ark is just rotating or spiraling like a fucking rotisserie chicken in the background.
You see him his DVD menuing, so he's just bumping off different things.
Yeah.
Do it!
But I never touch the edges.
Grab her and just push him into it. Oh god, it's driving me insane.
Alright, so you're giving Ark instructions on how to increase the gravity to counterbalance what you think is happening from the artifacts?
Giving Voel
Sorry,
instructions,
Voel?
yep.
He's telling Ark, I'm just hearing it over the communicator.
Cool.
Yeah, and then I just turn them up arbitrarily.
Alright. As you turn them up, you see the dials increase as if the gravity module is pumping out more gravity, but the effect does not sustain into the ship. So there is still 0 gravity no matter how high you're turning it up. It's like something is neutralizing all gravity.
I'm going to turn the gravity generators just off completely.
Okay.
Cool. Just off. Just whoop.
It didn't seem to work, so I'm just going to turn the gravity generators off to save power at this point. And hell, worst case, we end up on the roof.
Well, that was a bust. There's nothing for it then. I'm afraid we'll need to repair the module. It's our best bet at this point. Vol, you're still able to fly under these conditions, right? The rest of the crew will just have to make do until we land.
Only one way to find out.
Looking around, Val, you think propulsion is unaffected because you're currently maintaining orbit.
Yeah, and we're thrust-based engines anyway, so if it's
Correct.
affecting gravity, it's irrelevant.
One thing you might want to consider is you have diesel-based engines, so if
great,
letting
do we?
fuel go down too low.
Okay. Yeah, well, that's an issue.
Wiffy, get by the fucking fuel tank and blow into it as long as you can, please. Just try and get it as low as possible.
Okay.
Wait, hang on a second. Let me think about this. So, in theory, if we were to be flying a spaceship that has gravity-fed fuel, like, is that not like just a massive oversight?
You tell me, you guys are the one who decided there were diesel engines.
This is news to me. When did
Can
I
we
decide this?
collectively figure out if Voel is actually a pilot or not? Because I feel like a pilot would know whether or not this is an oversight.
But this is
or
not
just
the
pure
thing.
chaos.
We didn't build this ship. We didn't build the engines. Whoever built this engine, if this was meant for space
Was
travel,
like,
why the
yeah, this
fuck
would
would he
do.
use a diesel-fed fuel system?
It was built and generated with the presumption that we have gravity generators on the ship. It's the cheaper, low-cost option because someone didn't want to fork out the credits.
The cheaper low-cost option would be to not even assume that there would be gravity, to just assume it is not there still.
Do you know how expensive as much solid fuel we would need to fuel this thing is?
How
Apparently
expensive
more
is a
expensive
fucking
than
gravity
having a
generator?
gravity
I don't know.
generator? Yeah.
It's cheaper in the long run. This is the cheaper option.
This could also run into the argument of what if we're at a point in technology where you just take things for granted? Like, in today's day, we have the internet. We just assume everyone can just pull out a phone and get on the internet. Maybe it's one of those situations. We just assume every ship now has artificial gravity. There's never a situation where a ship doesn't.
Okay. Interesting critique.
God, is there a ship upgrade for just regular fuel source then?
It's too late. We've already
Damn it.
we've already
It is a regular
suggested
fuel
that.
source.
A real regular fuel source.
No, it's canon now. Diesel-powered ships are
Oh
everywhere.
god, it's diesel powered. Jesus.
Just creating
What
a
have we
fucking
done?
ozone like wherever we go. Like,
Worst,
there's so many implications.
worst case scenario, we'll whip out the coherence cannon, shoot it in the opposite direction, and it'll launch us the way we want to go.
I've
No,
been
we
wanting to
can't.
do
The
that
coherence
since-
can's probably fucking diesel powered too.
Oh god.
Maybe we should get some power reserves as well, so we're not relying on the generator.
How is Ark being unconscious the least questionable thing going on right now?
Yeah, Ark's just fucking chilling in his coma. Like he's having the
Yeah.
time of his life comparatively.
Ark's had it really easy. Raves, getting high, out cold while this is going down. Loving it.
Alright, back on the mission. Voel. So, artificial gravity is now switched off. It didn't make any effect, so everything is now floating. Do we want to move on to trying to find a Yugua healer to try and help Ark?
So we have auxiliary power systems on the ship. Mostly solar generated stuff is kind of the standard for the amount of time that we're in space and just have that free access to
Do we?
background radiation. Yeah. Don't we?
No,
Oh, no,
we don't have that
is it-
module yet.
Oh, is that actually a thing?
Yep, so the power reserves module.
Oh, god damn it. You're right.
So if you guys want to, maybe in the process of getting the science bay fixed up, get some new modules installed.
That's a great idea.
Yes, that's a good idea.
Unconscious, yes.
If we can make it, it's the question.
We will be fine.
Here's the question. You have 2 now key objectives. Do you, 1, try and find a shipyard to go and repair the science bay? Algernon, you think with the containment field down, there's going to be more effects coming from these artifacts if they can't be contained. We might have to jettison them and lose them. Or do we focus on getting Ark out of a coma?
Well, if we jettison these artifacts, I am jettisoning with them. That is how
I
it's
pushed
going
the
down.
button.
Wait, after all that, can we also get rid of Albin? I feel like we don't want to keep him around either. Just for the record, we saved him because of the doctor.
Actually, we have a shuttle. We do have a small pilot craft.
You do.
That's also diesel powered.
Now it's now canon.
Dear God.
I go to Wiffy. How far is the nearest Yuguar community? It's like anyone that we know with a healer that can do something about our oversized friend.
He gives you a oh, and then just points out the window back down towards the planet into a more tropical jungle area of the planet.
Is there anyone on the ship that speaks Yuguarian? Yuguanese?
Uguandan?
You quanted?
How much interaction have you had with Captain Fu yet?
I don't think I've spoken to Captain Fu beyond her saying she's the captain of the ship.
Is Captain Fu around, by the way, like with all this going on?
Yeah, she's probably around somewhere on the ship.
Floating off in the roof.
Floating about.
In the captain's quarters?
Ooh, maybe.
I'm going to jettison that entire part of the ship. I don't care.
You do know from when you got back on the ship, Trell has been with Wiffy, so maybe those two are able to interact.
Yeah, over the comm system.
Hey, Trell, can you come to the cockpit if you're able to?
There is static silence, no response.
Okay, thanks. See you soon.
Okay, so you get the impression Wiffy is pointing you in the direction of a possible settlement, Yuguar settlement.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know how far away this is, or even if I
True.
trust this guy.
True.
Really?
Alternatively, you do know there is a major city back where you came from that would definitely have hospitals and doctors.
Yeah, the issue is they did kind of watch us blow up a building in that general direction, right?
True. And your calling signs all over it.
Yeah, we kind of did take credit for that one, not expecting to hang around.
So it'll be a little risky. It wouldn't be undoable. It's not like you're going to be like fired upon the second you touch down.
Just to double check something as well, did we not escape the immediate system when we left the coop?
No, you're still currently in orbit around the planet X,
Oh,
which is where the
okay.
coop was located.
Oh crap, okay, I thought we like got away from it because I remember there was a conversation about like, oh no, never mind, that was something else. Yeah, no, we're good.
It was,
All right.
flying up into orbit.
Yep, cool.
So, Voel, what would you like to do?
I tilt the nose of the ship down towards the forest that the giant teddy bear was pointing towards.
Cool.
And I start guiding us down planet side. I'm also going to go over the intercom and just say in general to the entire ship.
The artificial gravity on the ship is no longer working. Not entirely sure why or what is messing with it, but we are headed back planet side now, so hopefully that might have an impact on the gravity, so be prepared to fall, just in case.
And then down we go.
Awesome. I'm assuming you've got kind of like those pilot straps to strap yourself into your piloting chair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, do you mean a seatbelt?
No, the ones that like the 5-point ones that goes over the shoulders, like both shoulders.
Oh, yeah,
It is a
harness.
seatbelt.
Sorry, yeah, that is still a seatbelt. Sorry. Sorry. That really caught me off guard, like, legit seatbelt? Sorry, go on.
You're all really going to stop aggravating the game master? Is he
I'm
like,
unconscious.
now your wings
This
have
is-
fallen off.
This is hilarious for me. I'm
Alright,
out
taking
cold.
notes.
Watch this
Wings
go on.
falling off.
The talon counter comes back.
The robot from the thing chases
Yeah.
us down.
Oh my god, yes! The BBEG is just the medical bot from the coop has just been chasing us down for the past 20 episodes. I like it.
I don't like his silence here. Okay.
Voel, as you push the nose down towards the planet, the forest area becomes more visible, and you can see some various settlements propped up in amongst like all the trees and foliage, kind of blending in. Give me a piloting roll here to see how well you can. Are you looking to land the plane? Is my first question. Are you looking to land the Coyfish?
Yeah.
Okay.
At this point, I'm looking for a clearing of some kind to kind of land the Coyfish into.
Yep. All right. Give me some kind of piloting roll.
Okay, so this is going to be a pretty straightforward helm roll, I think, of just using my ace pilot skills
Yep.
to quickly land into the nearest clearing in the general vicinity of where Wiffy is pointing us to.
If you can make this a trick shot landing as well, feel free to add an extra die to it if you want to get all fancy.
A trick shot landing? I thought trick shot was specifically just for shooting.
True, but you're kind of shooting a massive projectile ship towards the
giant-
ground at the moment.
A giant Coyfish-shaped bullet.
You were shooting civilians aboard the ship around, trying to land them and Kobe them into their seats as you touch the ground.
This is your keen eye ability, so you're trying to notice like small details that others might overlook. So you could be using that to try and find a good landing space.
Also, I was actually leaning in towards ace pilot.
You could do both if you wanted to.
Could I use both? Okay, then I'm definitely using both because I'm as quickly as possible, because Ark didn't look like he was in a good way. As quickly as possible, I am going to zip my way down, dodging my way through the trees, skimming low as low as possible to avoid any possible radar for anyone that may be looking for us at this point. And yeah, just going into that clearing that is just off of where Wiffy was trying to guide me to.
Okay, give me a piloting roll then. This will be you're gaining potency, so you're going to be risky and
And I'm still bruised, so this is very difficult for me right now.
yes, you are, aren't you? So it would be risky with greater outcome, and your bruise gives you less effects, so this would be a risky standard.
I love that this bruise on my arm is gonna be the death of us.
Me as a human being, as Sam, can't handle a bruise better than this hardened pilot. This is a ridiculously low bar.
It's incredibly painful, okay? It's ouchy. My species have hollow bones and we bleed easily, okay?
I got nothing. I got nothing.
No.
God.
No.
We never evolved to survive from bruises, okay?
Vol
Where I come from, this
sneezes
is a
and breaks
death
their half the
sentence.
rib cage. Jesus.
I come from a planet with like next to no gravity. Everything here is worse for me. Be grateful I'm upright. I'm just rolling my 4 dice.
Now hang on, before you roll that, so you have 2 in helm. You're gaining +1 from keen eye.
Yep.
Now, your ace pilot is only an extra die when you resist the consequences.
Oh, I have potency on speed related roll.
You have
Sorry.
potency, so that's what pushed you up to
Are
greater
you going to
effects.
resist your bruise?
No, so this is if I crash the ship, I get resisted by a die.
Correct. Yeah. So you have
All right,
3 dice.
3 dice. 3 dice, you're right. Okay. You can hear him jingling. I got a 6. I got
Perfect.
a 6.
Coming on in, you find a wonderfully clear clearing, 10-point touchdown. It's like one of those. Have you ever heard of like the limousine stop when you're driving? It's like the car comes to a rest, but no one can feel it stop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's basically that for landing a starship.
Which is especially hard with 0 gravity.
Correct. And the first thing you notice is there is still no gravity within the ship. even though now you are on solid ground.
Well, shit.
But you have now landed on a clearing, and just off to the side, you can see, now that you're this close, a sprawling village of basically wooden huts, wooden buildings, as far as the eye can see. And just walking around are a native species of Yugua.
Oh my god, there's more of them. At this point, I'm going to power down the ship as much as reasonable.
Yep.
Turn to the giant teddy bear. I'm going to probably need your help talking with these guys, okay? Do you know if they speak common? I don't know why I tried asking you a question like that. Nod for yes, shake for no.
I think in this point, Trell's also now here in your cockpit as well.
Oh, okay.
And Trell signs to you saying that they do not speak common. It's just this Yugua language that they all speak.
Okay, well, Trell, I'm going to need you to come with me too then, because I'm going to need you to translate for me what he's saying. Can you translate for me what he's saying?
Trell signs and goes, yeah, I can definitely do that. What about Captain Fu? She's able to speak their language. I
trust you more.
He signs, okay, boss, got it.
And then I take these two with me, and we're going to go back to the science bay, which is where we've left Ark.
Yep.
And yeah, we're going to head back that way to get him loaded up onto our shuttle.
Okay. As you guys push out of the cockpit back to the science bay, we're going to cut into the way void with Ark. In your Zen moment of meditation, there's the crowd of what seems to were people still around you. Blish is sitting cross-legged in front of you, also in a deep meditation.
Yep.
You're fully unaware of everything that's happening outside of your body at the moment. But one thing you do feel is a wave of energy kind of just wash over yourself and the space that you're in. The crowd that's around you reacts momentarily and then go back to doing whatever it is they're doing.
Does it feel like it comes from anywhere in particular? Sorry? Like pulsating out from somewhere?
No, it's everywhere and nowhere.
Okay, cool. Just
right?
Energy as a whole, yeah.
Just an energy. But you do feel yourself having weightlessness. So you're not floating, but you don't have that implied sense of mass and weight.
Yeah, I understand.
As that energy washes over this space, Blish sits up, opens his eyes to address you and goes, "Oh, Ark. Oh, I can't believe you've actually did it. Yeah, that makes sense. This is exactly what you were made to do. You've found the artifact, haven't you?"
Are they saying this in like a condescending tone or like a, oh, you've done it kind of tone?
Kind of a you done it kind of tone.
Okay.
But kind of that tinge, there's like a little hint of something nefarious on his mind, on the way he's saying it.
Yeah.
Oh, this will do nicely. How did you find it?
Where is Blish looking around?
He's just kind of like looking through space, like just the general looking around the area, not in any particular direction.
Mm-hmm.
But then as he's speaking, he's directing his voice to you.
And as the other floating non-corporeal way denizens reacted to the pulse of energy, did they seem like, if there was body language to it, were they like scared, surprised, in fear? Like, what was it? Just that's a thing that happened sort of reaction?
The impression you're getting from their reaction is it's like if someone called your name from in the crowd. You kind of perk up to see where it came from, but then go back to whatever it is you were doing.
Oh yeah, okay, cool.
So something washed over this space that got their attention, but then they just went back to whatever it is they were doing.
Yeah. Sorry, and just to reiterate, Blish was asking about how I found it.
Correct. He's like, should not have second-guessed you, my friend. You've got my cube, or at least your section of my cube. Isn't that right?
I'm going to attempt to sort of play coy and just be like, We've found some junk, some trash that the Concordant and the others have been hanging on to. Don't think it's that specifically.
Oh, Rook, don't toy with me like that. You know that it's not junk. Why would you keep it otherwise? But I think us meeting is going to be very beneficial. The matron is going to smile at this news.
I don't think you or the matron should have their hands on this at all.
Did you not listen to the studies of the matron? Do you not read the science? We have our hands on the cube. We have our hands on your artifact.
I don't think that's the case. I don't think if you had it, you'd still be looking for me.
Oh, but contraire, we are looking for you. Well, not you specifically. Your version of our artifact we can use. So, now we just need to get ourselves out of here, don't we, Rook?
I kind of look at them quizzically, or their shape quizzically.
Yep.
And say, what do you mean get ourselves out of here?
Have you not noticed? Look around. Do you see the crowd of people here?
So have you been stuck here this whole time?
I don't know how long we've actually been stuck here, but the longer it is, the less of myself I retain. And he looks over to the crowd of people. Many of those that worked here, worked under the matron, didn't have the same sense of self that I do. They're becoming one. No individuality. You know, these are just people doing jobs. But me, well, the matron saw more in me and I must live up to that. And Rook, I think you might be my ticket out of here. And I think looking over the crowd, you'd notice one particular soul step out from the crowd and kind of just walk away a little bit and then just completely evaporate into nothing.
Okay.
And the crowd feels one person smaller.
Well, how does that affect me? Like, do I feel a wave of energy similar to the pulse from earlier?
No, it's just a feeling in the moment that something is now missing, right? Like there was something there and now it's gone. You think how you react to it's up to you, but the impression you're getting is one of those souls is no more.
Yeah. Can I attempt to get away from Blish?
You can certainly try. How do you want to try that? Where do you want to go? You're in a big, endless nothingness.
Yeah, rather than using my way powers or anything like that, I'm going to effectively assume that I can still run almost physically and just try and get away from them.
Sure. You can definitely try that. So you're trying to like scramble away from Blish?
Yeah.
Let's see. This will be a risky limited roll because you are currently seated like within a crowd. The crowd is everywhere.
Yeah.
So you scrambling away would be you pushing yourself through this crowd.
Yes, yeah.
How many dice in scramble do you have?
I have 2 dice in scramble.
Okay. Do you want to add anything to that?
I have no stress at the moment.
Correct.
Can I push myself to try and get away from them?
Certainly can.
Cool, so that's an additional dice, I believe?
That'll be 3 dice.
Yep. Okay, cool.
Yep.
I'll take a shot at that, yeah.
Give me a dice roll. So risky limited result.
That is a 6, a 5, and a 1.
Okay, so highest is a 6.
Yep.
You're able to push through the crowd. Hicks does not seem to be moving from his spot, but you are moving away from him. You can try and run, Rook, but where are you going to go? It is just a crowd of lost souls here, and you stand out like a beacon. I will find you in here. I don't think you can get away from me that easily. You have successfully put some distance between him and yourself.
Rook doesn't feel great about this,
Mm-hmm.
But as a part of trying to keep getting away from Blish,
Yep.
they're going to, I don't know if they could interact with another individual in the crowd, but kind of push them towards Blish. Almost absentmindedly, like just trying to like push past them, they end up pushing someone in Blish's direction.
Yep, I can definitely say as part of that role, you can definitely try that. You're kind of, like I said, you're moving through a crowd, so you're pushing people aside to get past anyway.
Yeah.
And you're pushing them, just to kind of put something in between you and Blish.
Yeah, does that interaction between me and the crowd affect them in any way? Like, do I lose myself to the crowd a bit more, or do they seem to come back slightly, or do they disappear?
You haven't lost yourself to the crowd. You rolled a success with no complications there. So you've done what you've set out to do of trying to put space between you and Blish.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that was a risky roll as well, so your crew gets to add a gambit.
Sweet.
Now, we had a couple risky rolls, didn't we?
I believe we had a few earlier with the ship as well.
Yeah, so I'm going to add 3, one for each of you.
Hell yeah.
Teamwork.
Woo, teamwork, gambits.
Power of friendship.
Alright, so you've got those gambits. Now, just remember, those will reset at the start of your next job. So, use them or lose them.
Yep.
Now, the crowd. The more you move through it, it just keeps reminding you that these are individual peoples that have lost their self-identity. They don't see themselves as, individuals. They just see themselves at the moment as people in a crowd, a cog in a machine.
Part of the hive mind, so to speak.
Part of the hive mind kind of thing, yeah.
Because Ark in this moment, or in this interaction, not just moment, is very much trying to protect their individuality, or self-identity, I should say, is trying to sort of not figure out, but investigate what's going on around them with the way to some extent, but also recognizes that something's off.
Okay.
Do they feel any interaction from A, Blish, or B, the artifact, or potentially artifacts that Ark may not know about, on the ship, like back outside of the way dream space? Like, can I feel something different about Blish?
No, I think you can maybe, in this sense, like, this isn't Blish. This is like Blish's soul kind of thing.
Yeah.
You do feel he is losing himself. He's losing that individuality, kind of like you are at the moment. The longer you be in here, the more of your individuality that gets eroded away.
Yeah, cool.
The artifacts, that just was like a power washing over you. You probably don't even know which artifact that was. You could probably guess that it was the cube, but I don't think you fully understand what just happened outside of your body.
That's fine, yep. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, I'm going to keep trying to get away from Blish, putting more distance between us.
Sure. I will give you an opportunity here. If you want to do like an attune roll, if you want to try and get a feel of the space again around you now that you're moving away with purpose, you're more than welcome to try it.
That's actually perfect, because I was actually going to build up to a point of trying to build up enough distance where I can either interact with the way or push myself using the way to kind of like break myself out of this way space. So yeah, I'm happy to try and like take a bit of time to put some distance between myself and Blish, and then attempt to attune to the space around me and to get myself out of this, so to speak.
Let's put a pin in that for now and move back to the Coyfish for a moment. Thank you for listening to Dark Cosmos. Don't forget to like and follow the channel so you can keep up to date when we release our next episodes. And if you haven't done so already, leave us a comment. We'd love to hear your feedback. Background music for this episode was from Sasha End, opening banter and credits music by Feslian Studios, sound effects by Zapsplat.com, and character art by Handoc. All the links are in the episode description.